What's up, guys? It's your girl Matt Cox, and it is 6:45 a.m. on Tuesday. Oh my goodness. If you don't know, I work nights, and so 6:45 is not something I do often anymore. Why am I up so early? I'm on my way to Road to California, and that is a large quilt convention. Matter of fact, the largest that happens in California right now. So I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to see what we see. This is going to be the first time that I've ever gone where I kind of know what things are. My first couple of times I've been twice before. I had no clue what I was doing, what anything was. I really didn't even speak the language yet. And so I just cannot be any more excited. I'm taking a class that starts at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm known for, let's say, getting a little lost. It's just kind of what I do. I'm an adventurer, and so I always have to schedule a little time in for that. So it's an hour away, and I want to grab some Starbucks, and let's go. What's up, guys? I cannot believe that it is almost 5:30 p.m. My class was from 8:30 a.m. until now, which is almost 5:30 p.m. And 5:30 p.m. they open up the showroom floor for preview night, which is the first time that they've done that on a Tuesday night. So we're going to go in and see what they have available. All of the interesting stuff that I see, I will definitely be bringing to you guys. I'm not sure if this is going to be my only day here or if I'm going to come back later on through the week. We will see. I had to take a little nap between because that's been a long day for me. So let's go on ahead and get going. So when you first walk in, this is what you see. And a lot of these were by Annie Siddell. Not all of them, but a lot of them. This was like her own exhibit. And this is a very, very good example of why your quilt backs need to be awesome. I would love for my stuff to be displayed in this way, because my quilt backs are often awesome. And here you cannot hide a quilt back. Lots of simple and modern and traditional, just tons of different quilts here, all hanging from the ceiling, which is lovely. I don't remember quilts hanging from the ceiling right here before, but like I said, this is the first time that I have really gone to the show and really understood what it was that I was looking at and what's happening, and I was able to take it all in such a different way, so I'm thankful for that. But again, some more of her stuff hanging from the ceiling. Now this is going to be a very quick walkthrough. It's not the best walkthrough, but it will kind of give you the gist and the feel of this show. If you want to see a better one, you might want to check out my live, which I will insert an iCard here to that, where I was simply walking through just showing the quilts. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the quilts. I'm going to show you some of the booths. We'll go through a tutorial, not a tutorial, but like a sample kind of thing. You'll see. This was one of my favorites. This dancing right here was so pretty. It reminds me of some of the art in some of my family's homes. It's really pretty. Now I tried to get some of these people, but I wasn't able to record who did what. This is kind of just an appreciation kind of walk. We will get into the best of show, where I do make it a point so that you can see everything, see who did what. Fabulous Faces. This was an exhibit here, and there were so many quilts here. And kudos to these people, because I'm scared to do faces. I just feel like they will never quite be right. And here you've got just super awesome examples of art on these small art quilts. And they're cute, and they're funky, and I like them. So here, I don't know, I forgot exactly what category some of these were in. And it's been a few days since I've been to the show, so it's not fresh on my mind, unfortunately. But we can just appreciate some of the things that we see here. And I was going back and forth, trying not to videotape people who were admiring and looking and having conversations. These are beautiful. Look at that quilting. My goodness. What an exceptional use of negative space. It's called Celebration. Pretty. What a nice geometric quilt there. They really accepted some very different quilts. Well, I guess that's because I'm only used to QuiltCon, like actually seeing a ton of quilts, and those are all super modern. So to see modern hanging next to traditional kind of throws me for a loop, but it's cool at the same time because you get a little bit of everything. Now, I'm not sure what category this is, but maybe it is nature. That seems to be a common theme in what I'm looking at here. And you guys will have to forgive me. I was just kind of walking through and taping and hanging out and talking and all the things. So when I go to QuiltCon, I'll try to do a little bit better about what genre or each of these quilts belongs to. But yeah, I think this is kind of the nature section, I think. I like that quilting. So here are some portraits, and they are all by one person. This is I want to say this was Linda Anderson, and she does a technique of using acrylics on fabric in addition to quilting. These are magnificent. They are straight up portraits, and they are beautiful. She is quite an artist. They look so just like you just want to reach in and touch them. Look at the colors, so vivid. This is a really nice installation. That's really pretty. Love the colors. Hoffman does a challenge every year where you use their fabrics and you create whatever they're asking for. And I think this time it was accessories and garments. And you know, quilt clothes are all the rage right now, so this is very on trend. I want to say I have a friend who had a coat. I know for sure she had a coat that was accepted, and it was traveling all around. I don't remember. It was last year or the year before. I don't think she entered this one here. They also had a Princess Dye exhibit. It was put on, or actually it's a competition. It's put on by Cherry Wood Fabrics. I showed Cherry Wood, I think at the end of this. Their fabrics are very, very different. They use some type of process that makes the cotton look like suede. And it's so consistent, it's so vibrant, it's so pretty. And I never really understood how awesome they were until this quilt show. That mum there, one of our quilty friends made that, and it is super cool. But they put this on every year. So last year I think was, I forgot, but I know that I saw the book for The Lion King, because after they do this, they put it all in a book, which is awesome. I remember seeing the book for Lion King, but not the actual exhibit. I know I saw the Prince exhibit. I know that I saw the Bob Ross exhibit. I can't remember which one was last year. I think it was Bob Ross. And when I say last year, the last year that they had this, because we know we did the whole COVID thing. But they give you a palette to work with. Once you buy that palette, you're entered. That's all you have to do. And then you use that palette in I think this is a 20 by 20 wall hanging. And voila, you're there, you're in. And then they choose a winner, which is awesome. And they always have so many people who participate. Now over here we have another installation, and this one is by, I think it's Marty O. Forgive me because I don't know who this person is, but I know that they turned out some amazing quilty type garments. Marty O. Very, very, very neat, innovative, creative Love this steampunk look. I really enjoy, there's a dress over there that's touching the floor like a full-length gown that I think is my favorite. I just really like the silhouette of that gown. But again, look at that. Oh, aren't people awesome? Love this. Did I get the dress? It's over there. I'm looking right at it. I hope I got the front view of it. Because the shape around the neck is so beautiful to me. I guess I just walked past it. Leave it to me. Now we're on to the Rachel Clark exhibit. I am going to do a separate video because I got a chance to see her lecture twice. And if you get a chance, you should see her twice because you get different information. It was not the exact same lecture. These coats are works of art that she wears. She wears her coats, and I love that. One of the coolest things was to listen to the conversations that were happening around these coats. Either you get it or you don't. You know, people were, oh, I would never wear that, or you can't wear this, and you can't do that. And please, I would wear every single one of these coats to the grocery store because that's me, that's who I am. This is her stunner piece here. This is a cape. And I wish that I had the white glove open it because the inside has some hand-dyed fabrics that are just beyond striking, but I missed it. I saw them doing it for somebody else and I should have jumped in and videotaped it, but I didn't. Each one of these quilts, these quilt coats has a story. Yes, that one there is my favorite. I think it's very funny that I recently had a bow made out of some fabrics. It's watermelon because I like watermelon. Lots and lots of color, and once you get up on these, you can see the piecing that has happened. And when she explains it to you, it's just genius the way that her mind works, the way that she works. She's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. But I like these. And you know what? If I ever get enough courage to make a coat, it'll probably look like one of these. It'll probably look a lot like something, but yeah, probably looks just like one of these. If I ever get up enough courage to actually do it. I am not a garment person. I don't know anything about garment sewing. And I'm intimidated by it, but maybe we will see. Because you get to make like little small quilts. I could probably make those faster than I can make quilts, and that's saying something. Okay, so now we are into some of the best in each of the categories. I want to say, I forget what this one, but look at those yo-yos. I forget, this was best in, oh, I forget, piecing? I think this is best in piecing. Look at those yo-yos, guys. They are probably 1/4 of an inch big. It's like you're looking into a little Christmas house. I had her put her finger up just so that you guys could see the size of the yo-yos. They are tiny, 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 tiny. And it's just a whole bunch of tiny little pieces that have been pieced and appliqued right into the quilt. And this came all the way from Japan. And it is absolutely a work of art. Look at the shadowing that's done in the background. It's really cool. Next off is this tiny piece here, and it's really not that tiny. It's probably about 15 by 15, maybe a little bit smaller. And it's like a mandala, but all the color that you're seeing is all thread. So this is going to be the best in machine piecing, done by Kumiko Friedel, I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably not though. And again, that's best piecing on a machine, on a domestic, a stationary quilting, I should say. And you have to get up on it, and I hate how far it is because it's really far, being in that corner. So I tried to zoom in so you could see, but you really want to get up on that to understand what it is that you're looking at. This is amazing. People and their handwork, it just, I just don't understand how people do it. So she said that she was doing this on a train.
Could you imagine this just being curled up in your lap on a train with, you know, maybe the train was nice and clean. Maybe I'm hoping that it was, but I just can't imagine this anywhere but hanging in a museum, because that's where it deserves to be. This is all done by hand. Hand pieced, hand sewn, hand quilted. She's amazing. That is quite a work of art. I have two favorites, and I hate that I didn't get my other favorite on this video. I have it on the live video, but the other favorite is by K-Buck. What's it? Oh, I can't remember her name. But anyway, this is another one of my favorites right here. Karen K. Buckley is the other. Everything that you see in white on this quilt is thread. That is not fabric. That is thread. It is sewn. This is on a frame category. So this was done in a frame. And the applique was hand done. The little dots. Can you see all that white? All that white is thread. This looks stunning. It's so stunning. And it has a kind of more of a contemporary feel to it. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was absolutely neck and neck with the Karen K. Buckley quilt that had that bright gold on the back. This was the director's choice, and the gentleman who did this teaches classes. He's very, very famous. David Taylor. And you'd have to see all the detail in person, because a lot of the shading and whatnot was done with threads. The wood grain was put in with thread. It's just beautiful. And I want to say his technique is to take a picture and then bring it to life. It teaches you how to bring your picture to life. Don't you just want to curl up in that blanket? That blanket looks like you can just reach out and touch it. And again, this one, director's choice. Really nice. And this here is best in show. And I just don't think that this video captures how striking it is in person. It really is an exceptional piece. The quilting is super duper cool. The concept is really cool. It's beautiful, and you have to see it in person. You really can't see the quilting in this video. And this again won best in show. There's just so many tiny little details in it. Look at that quilting to the left in that border. It's just amazing. I hope one day I can turn out a piece that is just purely artistically amazing. I'm assuming I'd have to slow down to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. Look at the quilting in the background. And then the coolest part is the tag on the back. Part, but it's on the mask, which is awesome. That's my kind of thing there.
This is the Cutterpillar booth at Road to California, and we have a few new things to show. Do you want me to just talk about
let's just talk about
okay, so this is our new, we call this the swivel. Okay. Because the idea is this is one of your rotating masks, but we wanted to make it translucent so you could use it on top of our light boards. The light shines through the fabric and through your template and your backing. You get great little cutouts like this. Now what's nice about this is the light shines through. It spins quite nice on ball bearings, but also the mat comes out. You can cut on both sides. One of the thicker mats on the market, and you know, it's different than our competitors, and I won't mention their names, but a lot of them spin on ball bearings, but you can't stop them spinning. The nice thing about ours is when you go to cut, it stops on these little they're basically silicone stoppers, so when you go to cut it stops moving, which is nice, versus the other ones there's no way to stop spinning. You can replace the mats, which is nice. You can also add on this tempered glass mat, which is really cool, and then it opens up the possibilities quite a bit, because with this you can do all of your edge turning. So if you want to turn the edges, you can do that right on top of the glass, which is kind of nice. And there you have it. That is the Cutterpillar swivel, available today.
we are jumping into the booths. This is so kind of wonderful. I find that every time I pick up a pattern, like 9 times out of 10, it's by them. I like their patterns so much. You guys know they're famous for that quick curve ruler and the quick curve mini ruler, and I have yet to do one of their patterns. I have yet to bust out my quick curve mini and the quick curve regular and the quick curve large, but I've got them. I think I actually only have 2. I think they only do 2. And I have that book. I saw a quilt hanging in the background of a woman's home, and she said it was in that book, and sure enough it is, and now I own them. Love their stuff. You guys are familiar with Dan over there, that flamingo. That pattern is one of the reasons why I started working with Daydreamer. I couldn't get that pattern because it sold out like immediately. That kit, I saw one kit not at So Kind of Wonderful's booth, but at a different booth, and they were like, yeah, it's like a I should have purchased it because it's like seeing a unicorn. I love, love, love their patterns. I think they are absolutely beautiful. Here is a booth that looks like it has my name written all over it. It was all a Cape Bassett. And I think the name of the booth is all about color, because they are all about color. They had so much to look at in this booth, color-wise and block-wise. I could have stayed in there. And they actually had an exhibit across from their booth too. One thing I will say about Rode is it just was not as packed, crowded, or full as it usually is. There were a lot of vendors that weren't there. There were a lot of empty spaces, which is sad, but that's okay, because you know what? We're just going to say that it's a rebuilding year. And so in the years to come, these will build back up like they used to, hopefully. These are my all-time favorite scissors. Yes, they are expensive, and yes, they're worth it. I am very, very, very particular about my Kai scissors, but they're an amazing scissor. They have some less expensive ones to my left. Those ones to the right are like their supreme scissors, the top of the line. And I bought a bunch of tip covers because they don't always come with tip covers, and I find that I need them. KaiScissors.com. If you haven't done so already, I would check them out because they're worth it. I love them. Orange.quilts. Most of my friends would make that quilt that we're looking at right there. That is their style. They are like boho, shabby chic lovers. I find that this is another company that has a lot of patterns that I'm drawn to. They actually have a bag pattern that I want to make so badly, and I bought some more stuff to actually put that bag together. The owner of Orange.quilts is beyond super duper duper sweet, and she's actually not super duper far from me. I'm gonna have to go up to the shop and hang out soon, and I'll see if I can catch her in her element at the shop, because she actually hangs out in her shop. See that bag over there? It's called the H bag, and that bag is beyond popular. I've got some ideas for it. I also bought some of these zippers. I can't resist zippers. Can I install a zipper? No. But do I own them? I do. My all-time specialty threads come from Wonderfield. This is I went to this booth like 6 times, and I didn't buy 6 times. I only, did it the one time, but boy, did I. I can't wait to show you guys what I bought from Rode. Mainly this thread, because they came out with a new thread that I was trying to showcase in this video, but it really didn't pick up the way that I wanted it to. It is the Glamour thread, and it's right over here. We're almost there. They have the best specialty threads. They are the nicest people. I love their Invisifill. I love they have a 80 weight and a 100 weight. I love it. The Glamour is the one to the left, and what they've done is figured out how to run one strand of metallic thread through it that gives it the most brilliant sparkle. It's almost like you're using nothing but metallic thread. And that way you don't have to worry about it breaking, because a lot of machines will not handle metallic thread. But that one single thread in there with the rest of the thread, oh, It's so pretty. And the spaghetti. Y'all know I'm a 12-weight girl. Oh, I love their spaghetti thread. So I bought some more of that. I have a wonderful collection of Wonderfill. I roll with Wonderfill. Love them, love them, love them for all my specialty thread needs. They were right next to connecting threads, which I hate I didn't film, but they are my 50-weight needs. So my everyday thread is connecting threads. I believe we're in the Amity Studios right now, who has some of the cutest, coolest applique. Wait till you see the raccoons. There they are. Oh, doesn't that just make you happy? Makes me happy. I'd actually like to cut out that quilt. I wonder if they have it in a PDF form or a SVG for me to cut it out. They have some really cool patterns. I purchased one. I bet you can't guess which one it is. Look at those raccoons. They do raccoons better than everybody else. Oh, I think those are foxes. My goodness. What's up with me and animals lately? I couldn't think of the name for a parrot, a macaw. Like I was, oh, no. I need to go to the zoo. I think I will. Can you guess which pattern? Yes. Yes, you can. I really enjoyed this booth, and the owner was super cool, super sweet. And again, it's Amity Studios. They have a YouTube channel too that shows some of their techniques. And here we are at Cherrywood. I just didn't know how awesome this was. Otherwise, I really would have tried to win first place at the retreat. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. And here are the books that they do for their past challenges that you can purchase. I think I'd actually like to have a couple of those. I might have to grab a couple. Look at that. Their cotton looks like suede, and I have some ideas for that coming. So if you guys hung out with me this far, thank you guys so much. This has been fun. And if you haven't done so already, check out the live so that you can really see some up close details for these quilts. Bye-bye.